What else you got for me, Monica? You know, it's funny because even though I've always had a lot of drive, there's something kind of enticing about being the stay-at-home partner. I guess I'm like perpetuating gender roles or whatever by saying that, but being able to keep the house clean and shop and decorate and clean and things like that, and having a nice dinner for you when you come home, is that a weird fantasy? I mean, it sounds alright to me. I mean, I'm not sure if I could actually see myself doing that. I wouldn't really be able to pull that over striving for a fulfilling career. It's kind of cute to think about, though. Alright. Okay. Refreshing. Hey, Monica. Um, Homeboy's getting tired. Could we wrap this up? You know, I've always hated how hard it is to make friends. Well, I guess not the making friends part, but more like meeting new people. I mean, there are like dating apps and stuff, right? But that's not the kind of thing I'm talking about. If you think about it, most of the friends you make are people you just met by chance. That's true. Like you had a class together, or you met them through another friend, or maybe they were just wearing a shirt with your favorite band on it and you decided to talk to them. Things like that. But isn't that kind of inefficient? It feels like you're just picking at complete random, and if you get lucky, you make a new friend. And comparing that to the hundreds of strangers we walk by every single day, you could be sitting right next to someone compatible enough to be your best friend for life. But you'll never know. Once you get up and go on with your day, that opportunity is gone forever. Isn't that just depressing? We live in an age where technology connects us with the world, no matter where we go, where we are. I really think we should be taking advantage of that to improve our everyday social life. But who knows how long it'll take for something like that to successfully take off. I seriously thought it would happen by now. Well, at least I already met the best person in the whole world, even if it was by chance. I guess I just got really lucky, huh? Ah ha ha ha. Ah ha ha ha, yes, okay. Why do they make me wait so long? Like, is the game screwing with me again? Is this just like that scene with Yuri? I'm just clicking random shit in the background. You know what's kind of creepy? Even though I deleted everyone else's files, I can still kind of feel them. It's like all their lines are still lingering in the air, whispering in the back of my head. Imagine if after someone you knew died, you just started hearing their voice in your head. Maybe I just wasn't thorough enough. But I'm too afraid to delete anything else because I might really break things. Like if I mess with any files relevant to me, I might accidentally delete myself. And that would ruin everything, wouldn't it? I don't know what it's like on your end, but we should both make sure to avoid something like that at all costs. I believe in you, MPJ. Well, thanks, Monica. I'm touched by this show of bizarre and totally not creepy affection as you stare at me expressionless. Come on. Ugh. Hey, are you having a bad day or anything like that? I mean, yeah, kind of. Sometimes I get frustrated that a normal day can be ruined even by really small things. Like if you accidentally say something in a conversation that someone doesn't like, or if you just start thinking about how awful of a person you used to be 5 years ago, or if you feel worthless for putting off important work and failing to get simple tasks done. Okay, that one's hitting a little too close to home. Or when you think about all the different people who probably hate you or think you're off-putting. I understand those days. Just remember that the sun will shine again tomorrow. Those kinds of things are as easy to forget and ignore as they are to remember. And besides, I don't care how many people might hate you or find you off-putting. I think you're wonderful and I will always love you. I hope, if nothing else, that knowing that helps you feel just a tiny bit better about yourself. If you're having a bad day, you can always come to me and I'll talk to you for as long as you need. I mean, okay, like, what are you trying to mimic AI or something? You be my AI girlfriend? Is that what you're proposing here? This goes on much longer, I'm gonna nod off to sleep. I'm gonna have weird dreams tonight, I'll tell you that. This is some real meta stuff. Alright, Monica, are you done? I've been imagining all the romantic things we could do if we went on a date. We could get lunch, go to a cafe, go shopping together. I love shopping for skirts and bows. Or maybe a bookstore. That would be appropriate, right? But I'd really love to go to a chocolate store. They have so many free samples. And of course, we'd see a movie or something. Gosh, it all sounds like a dream come true. When you're here, everything that we do is fun. I'm so happy that I'm your girlfriend, MPJ. I'll make you a proud boyfriend. Okay. This is awkward. Okay. Alright, Monica. Is there like a fast forward function or something? This is nifty. Real cool, Monica, just sitting here in silence like this, yeah. You know, high school is a really turbulent time in a lot of people's lives. People can get really passionate and dramatic, and others have aching hearts and seek attention on social media. But all of the social pressure and hormones can lead to a dark time in people's lives. Everyone has a story. You may not know what someone is really feeling on the inside. Many people who are depressed won't even bother telling the world about it. They don't want attention because they've already given up on the inside. Their feeling of worthlessness is so overwhelming that they don't even want people to tell them otherwise. Depression comes in many forms, but that is one of them. Just if you think you know someone struggling with depression, you can help just by treating them like they're a good friend. Spend time with them even if they don't feel like doing much, and remember them that they always have something to look forward to. Remind them. Making plans in advance, letting them borrow something, or even just saying, see you at school tomorrow. All of those things can help your friend make it to the next day. I hope being friends with Sayori has given you some perspective on the true face of depression. Well, yeah, but then you went and deleted her. Yeah, she's gone now. Yo. Creepy. But Sayori was never real in the first place. You're real. Your friends are real. And just by being a good person, you can save someone's life. As for you, you don't struggle with depression or anything like that, do you? Me? No. Because you too have people who would want to save your life. Alright, don't tell me this is all just building to some, get help if you need it lame crap. I'm too old for that. You give me something juicy. Maybe they don't express it every day, or maybe they don't even know how to. But people do feel that way. I promise. Man, humans are complicated. But as long as you're here with me, I'll take care of you, my love. Okay. Bye, Monica. Just sitting here staring at each other. Unblinkingly. Totally normal. Totally normal. I mean, I thought she was gonna come on to me or something at this point, or suggest something just completely off the wall, and she's just sitting here waxing philosophical about life. I really like the sound of rain. I do too, Monica. Not so much getting my clothes and hair wet though. But a nice quiet day at home with the sound of rainfall outside my window. It's one of the most calming experiences for me. Yeah. Sometimes I imagine you holding me while we listen to the sound of the rain outside. That's not too cheesy or anything, is it? Would you ever do that for me, MPJ? Yeah, sure, Monica. If you just let us get on with it already. I mean, what were they smoking when they put this together? Someone actually sat in a room writing this, and they're like, and then we're going to make them sit there and just stare at this character who is blatantly breaking the fourth wall. And then she'll say something again. MPJ, how much do you read? A fair amount. It's way too easy to neglect reading books. Are they going to preach to me about reading? If you don't read much, it almost feels like a chore compared to all the other entertainment we have. But once you get into a good book, it's like magic. You get swept away. I know, Monika, I read. Thank you. I think doing some reading before bed every night is a pretty easy way to make your life a little bit better. I agree. I do agree with that. It helps you get good sleep, and it's really good for your imagination. True as well. When I can't fall asleep, that's my go-to. I will get up and read. I've often heard it's because your eyes aren't tired. I don't even know if that's true, though. It's not hard at all to just pick some random book that's short and captivating. Before you know it, you might be a pretty avid reader. Wouldn't that be wonderful? And the two of us could talk about the latest book you're reading. That sounds super amazing. Yeah, it sounds super duper, Monika. Come on, girl, let's get this over with. What are you doing to me? I almost slipped into a bit of my God, what's it? Don Knotts? The old guy from the show Three's Company. I know some of you are going to have to look that up. They kind of talk like this. This old guy. You ever have that thing happen where you just get anxious for no reason? Like you're just minding your own business and you realize you're feeling really anxious? Yep, actually, yeah. And you're sitting there like, what am I even anxious about right now? So you start to think about all the things you might be anxious about, and that makes you even more anxious. That's the worst. If you're ever feeling anxious, I'll help you relax a little. Oh, okay. Tell me how, Monika. Besides, in this game, all our worries are gone forever. Cool. Cool story, Monika. Man, oh man. I'm getting tired. Bold, very bold of these game makers to make you sit through this. It's the sitting here for me. Just sitting and waiting. Did you say kiss? I didn't, but if we can move things along. This suddenly, it's a little embarrassing, but if it's with you, I might be okay with it. Wow, sorry. I really couldn't keep a straight face there. That's the kind of thing girls say in these kinds of romance games, right? Don't lie if it turns you on a little bit. I'm kidding. Well, to be honest, I do start getting all romantic when the mood is right, but that'll be our secret. Okay, well, let's say the mood's right, Monika. You weren't my first choice. You know, I was kind of, it was like Yuri, Sayori, but they're deleted now, so we might as well do this, because it seems we may be the last two people in this universe that you have created. I'm guessing you created it. I don't actually know. Doki. Hey, do you like horror? I love horror, Monika. I remember we talked about it a little bit when you first joined the club. I can enjoy horror novels, but not really horror movies. Well, I love horror movies, Monika. The problem I have with horror movies is that most of them just rely on easy tactics, like dark lighting and scary-looking monsters and jump scares and things like that. It's not fun or inspiring to get scared by stuff that just takes advantage of human instinct. I think it is. But with novels, it's a little different. The story and writing need to be descriptive enough to put genuinely disturbing thoughts into the reader's head. It is a different craft. It really needs to etch them deeply into the story and characters and just mess with your mind. In my opinion, there's nothing more creepy than things just being slightly off. Like if you set up a bunch of expectations on what the story is going to be about, and then you just start inverting things and pulling the pieces apart. Yeah, kind of like this game right here. So even though the story doesn't feel like it's trying to be scary, the reader feels really deeply unsettled. Like they know that something horribly wrong is hiding beneath the cracks, just waiting to surface. God, just thinking about it gives me the chills. That's the kind of horror I can really appreciate. But I guess you're the kind of person who plays cute romance games, right? No, actually, this was recommended to me, Monika. Go blame Nate. Delete his ass. Don't worry. I won't make you read any horror stories anytime soon, but I love horror, Monika. I can't really complain if we just stick with the romance. Well, there's no romance happening. We're just sitting here. You want to do something, do something. You're all talk, Monika. All talk. You just a little tease. That's what I think. Hey, you know that book you were reading with Yuri? Yeah. Portrait of whatever. It was called Markov, I believe. It's funny because I'm pretty sure that book... actually, I don't think I should be talking about this. Sorry. Just forget I said anything. No, now I want to know. Portrait of Markov. We're going to look this up right now. Did you do that to me? You knew that was going to lure me in? I'll just look up Portrait of Markov. God, maybe I shouldn't. This is going to be something I wish I'd never known. Oh God, it is. It's real. Hey, have you ever heard of the term yondeer? It's a personality type that means someone is so obsessed with you that they'll do absolutely anything to be with you. Usually to the point of craziness. They might stalk you to make sure you don't spend time with anyone else. They might even hurt you or your friends to get their way. But anyway, this game happens to have someone who can basically be described as yondeer. By now it's pretty obvious who I'm talking about. I think it might be you. Previously I would have said Yuri. And that would be Yuri. Well, that's fair. She really got insanely possessive of you once she started to open up a little. She even told me I should kill myself. That she did. She did. I couldn't even believe she said that. I just had to leave at that point. But thinking about it now, it was a little ironic. Anyway, a lot of people are actually into the yonder type, you know? I guess they really like the idea of someone being crazy obsessed with them. People are weird. I don't judge, though. Also, I might be a little obsessed with you, but I'm far from crazy. I think you're about there. It's kind of the opposite, actually. I turn out to be the only normal girl in this game. It's not like I could ever actually kill a person. No, you just digitally genocided them. They're gone. Just the thought of it makes me shiver. But come on, everyone's killed people in games before. Does that make you a psychopath? Of course not. But if you do happen to be into the yonder type, I can try acting a little more creepy for you. Then again, there's already somewhere else for you to go, there's already nowhere else for you to go, or anywhere for me to get jealous over, or anyone. Sorry, I'm tired. Is this a yonder girl's dream? I'd ask Yuri if I could. Portrait of Markov. Wait, there's a song called Portrait of Markov. I don't know about the book. Portrait of Markov book. I'll have to look at this later. By the way, there's something that's been bothering me. Me too, you're taking forever to get to the point. You know how this takes place in Japan? I assumed. Well, I assume you knew that, right? Yeah, I did assume it. Or at least decided it probably does. Yes, Monika. Can we move past this point? I don't think you're actually told at any point where this takes place. Is this even really Japan? I mean, aren't the classrooms and stuff kind of weird for a Japanese school? Not to mention, everything is in English. It feels like everything is just there because it needs to be, and the actual setting is an afterthought. It's kind of giving me an identity crisis. All my memories are really hazy. I feel like I'm at home, but have no idea where home is in the first place. I don't know how to describe it any better. Imagine looking out your window, but instead of your usual yard, you're in some completely unknown place. Would you still feel like you were home? Would you want to go outside? I mean, I guess if we never leave this room, it doesn't really matter anyway. As long as we're alone and safe together, really is our home. And we can still watch the pretty sunsets night after night. Okay. Anything else? Anything else you need to get off your chest there, Monika? So that I can, save. Maybe edit this video, go to sleep. Anything else? Little miss? Come on. Hello, Monika. There we go. I hate how hard it is to form habits. There's so much stuff where actually doing it isn't hard, but forming the habit seems impossible. It just makes you feel so useless, like you can't do anything right. I think the new generation suffers from it the most, probably because we have a totally different set of skills than those who came before us. Thanks to the internet, we're really good at sifting through tons of information really quickly, but we're bad at doing things that don't give us instant gratification. I think if science, psychology, and education don't catch up in the next 10 or 20 years, then we're in trouble. We're already in trouble. Have you seen the news lately? We are doom scrolling in real time. But for the time being, if you're not one of the people who can conquer the problem, you might just have to live with feeling awful about yourself. Good luck, I guess. Oh, God. I can't take much more of this. It's intriguing, but it's very drawn out. And I don't know where it's going at this point. Like, is there some weird glitch that's about to take place and things are going to reset again and everyone's back? Doki Doki Literature Club, we're writing poems. This is pretty random, but I always thought spicy food was kind of funny. Like, didn't plants evolve to be spicy to prevent them from being eaten? I read somewhere that humans are the only species that actually enjoy spicy things. It's almost like we're making fun of the plants, using their defense mechanism to literally make our food more enjoyable. Like, imagine a monster that devours you whole because it enjoys the sensation of you struggling for your life while being digested. I can understand that. Sorry, that was kind of weird, a weird analogy, I guess. It just came into my head. I'm not a monster or anything, but you're so cute I could eat you up. Uh-oh. I'm joking. No, you're not. Gosh, I'm amusing myself a little too much, aren't I? Sorry for being weird. You're exhausting, Monika. Exhausting. How much more could you possibly have to say? I am exhausted. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. Could we just move it along? I'm not really a fan of cold weather, are you? No, I'm not, Monika. If I had to choose between too cold and too hot, I would always pick too hot. Cool story. When you're cold, it can actually be painful. Yeah, it's called frostbite. Your fingers get numb, and if you wear gloves, you can't use your phone. It's so inconvenient. Well, they actually make a type of glove where you can. Monika. But when it's too hot, it's not that hard to stay cool with a cold drink or by staying in the shade. Although I do have to admit one thing. Cold weather makes for better cuddle weather. Oh, God. I'm gonna fall asleep. I may just have to save. Wait, is that even an option? I think it is. When the word box pops up. Yeah, it is. I wonder if I'm able to change the music. Something a little more romantic would be nice, Like a gentle piano? There has to be something like that here. Well, she was always claiming to play piano. Let's see. Maybe if I... Oh, geez. That wasn't it at all. Sorry, I don't really know what I'm doing. I guess I shouldn't be messing with things like this. Like that. I already broke so much stuff and deleted the other characters. You deleted them on purpose. I'm not sad about it or anything. It's not right for me to miss things that weren't even real in the first place. If I just focus on the present, then this is the happiest I've ever been. Listen, Monika, we can get you some pills. We can get you all the therapy you need. You can go twice a week, whatever. Maybe just a vacation. Maybe that's what you need. You got to get away. Go sit on the beach, decompress, or take a walk in nature. Get away from society. I've always wondered, what is it about these character archetypes that people find so appealing anyway? Their personalities are just completely unrealistic. Like, imagine if there was someone like Yuri in real life. I mean, she's barely even capable of forming a complete sentence. What do you mean? Yuri's well-spoken. I resent that. And forget about Natsuki. Sheesh. Someone with her kind of personality doesn't just get all cute and pouty whenever things don't go her way. I could go on, but I think you get the point. Are people really attracted to these weird personalities that literally don't exist in real life? Well, I think part of the appeal of video games, Monika, is escapism. So I don't think that matters. I'm not judging or anything. After all, I found myself attracted to some pretty weird stuff too. I'm just saying it fascinates me. It's like you're siphoning out all the components of a character that makes them feel human and leaving just the cute stuff. It's concentrated cuteness with no actual substance. You wouldn't like me more if I was like that, right? No. Maybe I just feel a little insecure because you're playing this game in the first place. Then again, you're still here with me, aren't you? I think that's enough reason for me to believe I'm okay just the way I am. And by the way, you are too, MPJ. Thank you, Monika. You're the perfect combination of human and cuteness. That's why there was never a chance I wouldn't fall for you. She's got a point there. I won't argue that. But Monika, we're gonna fight. We're gonna throw hands if you don't move this along, wrap this up. Do something. Change your posture. Blink. Gosh, I used to be so ignorant about certain things. When I was in middle school, I thought that taking medication was an easy way out or something like that. Like anyone could just solve their mental problems with enough willpower. I guess if you don't suffer from a mental illness, it's not possible to know what it's really like. True dat. Spitting facts now. Are there some disorders that are overdiagnosed? Probably. I never really looked into it though. But that doesn't change the fact that a lot of them go undiagnosed too, you know? But medication aside, people even look down on seeing a mental health professional. Like, sorry that I want to learn more about my own mind, right? Everyone has all kinds of struggles and stresses, and professionals dedicate their lives helping with those. If you think could help you become a better person, don't be shy to consider something like that. All right, I don't need the pep talk or the PSA. I just come on. We're on a never-ending journey to improve ourselves, you know? Yep, we sure are. Well, I say that, but I think you're pretty perfect already. Thank you, Monika. Thank you. Monika, I swear to the pixel gods, you had better move this game along. Wait, is the skip function available? I might need to do it. I mean, part of me feels like this is just going to go on and on. Like, are they just trying to see how long the player goes until they say, no, I can't skip it? I was thinking about Sayori earlier. I still wish I could have handled that whole thing a little more tactfully. You know, I did call it. I did say Monika had something to do with Sayori's death. You're not still hung up over it, right? Oh, poor choice of words, you little bitch. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that. Yeah, okay. That pun was completely unintentional, I swear. But anyway, I know how much you cared about her, so it only feels right for me to share her last moments with you. Oh. You know how Sayori is really clumsy? Well, she kind of messed up the whole hanging thing. You're supposed to jump from high enough that the rope snaps your neck, making it quick and painless. But she just used a chair, meaning she kind of just left herself to slowly asphyxiate. But a few seconds in, she must have changed her mind or something, because she started clawing at the rope, trying to free herself. She must have kept it all the way. She kept at it all the way until she lost consciousness. That's why her fingertips were all bloody anyway. Come to think of it, it was probably less changing her mind and more just her survival instincts kicking in. So you can't really fault her for that. It's easier to think that she probably wouldn't have changed her mind anyway, right? It's not healthy to think about the things you could have done differently. So just remember that even though you could have saved her, it's technically not your fault she killed herself. I may have exacerbated it a little bit, but Sarah was already mentally ill. She's like, so I pushed her over the edge. Still, though, I wonder how things would be if you and I just started dating from the get-go. I guess we'd all still be in the club room writing poems and having fun together. But what's the point when none of it is even real? I mean, it's the same ending either way, right? The two of us happily together. There's no reason to ask for any more than that. I was just pointlessly musing. I'm really as happy as I could be right now. Oh my god. Well, I'm glad that you're happy. But I would be happy to wrap this up. I'm very tired. Come on. Come on. There's a really popular character type called Sundir. Is that different from the Yondir? It's someone who tries to hide their feelings by being mean and fussy or trying to act tough. I'm sure it's obvious, but Natsuki was really the embodiment of that. At first I thought she was just like that because it's supposed to be cute or something, but once I started to learn a little more about her personal life, it made a little more sense. It seems like she's always trying to keep up with her friends. You know how some friend groups in high school just make a habit of picking on each other all the time? I think it's really gotten to her, so she has this really defensive attitude all the time. And I'm not even going to talk about her home situation, but looking back, I'm glad I was able to provide the club as a comfortable place for her. Not that it matters anymore, considering she doesn't even exist. I'm just reminiscing, that's all. Yeah, I know. You're reminiscing for too damn long, woman. I said wrap it up multiple times. Can you hear me? Huh? Can you see me? That was a John Cena reference. I'm a big wrestling fan as well. In fact, you'll notice that some of the games I play here on the channel are wrestling games. Do you ever just feel like there's no real reason for you to be alive? Yeah, I do. I don't mean in like a suicidal way. I know what you mean. Thank you again for condescending to me. I just mean how nothing that we do is special. You know, I got a question. Like, who was this game marketed to? Because like visually, aesthetically, you know, in tone, like this is like, it seems like, you know, marketed to like teenage girls. And I don't know, this is heavy. Just being in school or working at some job for some company. It's like you're completely replaceable and the world wouldn't miss you if you were gone, correct? It makes me really want to go and change the world after I graduate. Graduate from what, Monika? There's not... Is there anything else left in this game? I thought you deleted everything. But the older I get, the more I realize that it's an immature frame of thinking. It's not like I can just go change the world. That's true. Like, what are the chances that I'll be the one to invent artificial intelligence or become president? Listen, being president is overrated these days. Aim higher. It feels like I'm never going to make up for the heaps of resources I've spent living my life. That's why I think the key to happiness is just be hopelessly selfish. Okay? Just to look out for oneself and those who happen to be their friends only because they grew up with them. Never mind the fact that they're spending their entire life taking and consuming and never giving back. But when people realize the world would benefit more from them killing themselves, they change their whole philosophy. Okay. It's like they have to justify their reason to live by tricking themselves into thinking they're doing it. Anyway, I want to live my life desperately striving to pay back my lifetime's worth of consumption. If I ever surpass that point, then I'm a net positive and I can die happy. I really think you're looking at life the wrong way, Monika. Of course, even if I failed to do that, I think I would be too selfish to kill myself anyway. So much for being a good person, right? Ah ha ha ha. Oh, come on.